Apple has announced that it will hold an event to reveal the iPhone 5 on October 4. Let's assess some of the older rumors that we've already heard about the new iPhone and use common sense to see if they make any sense or not to include on the new phone. Check out this first rumor about the A5 processor from the iPad 2 making its way into the iPhone 5. It makes a lot of sense. Who knows if this photo is real about the A5 processor from some Chinese factory being photographed here, but I think that the iPhone will have to have a dual-core processor if it wants to keep up with many of the Android phones that are including these sorts of processors. And Apple will want to maintain its reputation as having one of the fastest, if not the fastest, smartphone on the market. So expect to see that in the iPhone 5. Another rumor is that Apple will have an NFC chip or near-field communications chip in the iPhone 5 that would enable mobile payments, much like some Android phones such as the Nexus S do. In this video, you see Google Wallet, which has been put to a field test in San Francisco being used. It's a pretty simple way to pay for things with your phone in the same way you might pay with MasterCard PayPass, for example. Now, I could see Apple doing this because they have a lot of credit cards on their iTunes account, so that's a lot of payment information just waiting to be swiped, and maybe Apple could make some money off of that. So that's good incentive to include it. However, NFC hasn't been really widely adopted yet, and people might think it's sort of early for Apple to include a feature that's niche at this point. So I'd say that there is a moderate likelihood that there will be an NFC chip in the iPhone 5. The last rumor I want to look at is this strange one about perhaps having some sort of flame retardant material, a fireproof iPhone. You might call it a hot rumor, but I just say it's a lot of smoke, and there's not really going to be a fireproof case on the iPhone or something. Sure, I might appreciate it if I drop my iPhone in the fire one day, but for most people, it's just going to be extra expense for something that is not really that useful. So I'd say that is pretty unlikely. But we'll see on October 4, when Apple does have the big unveiling, what of these rumors will be true. Maybe some of them, maybe none of them. For Expressant and ITbusiness.ca, I'm Brian Jackson.